Alchemy, the science of understanding, deconstructing, and reconstructing matter.
These are the moments that made the series one of the most iconic anime of all time.
It is impossible to create something out of nothing. If one wishes to obtain something, something of equal value must be given.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood moments.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content.
For this list, we may mention the 2003 Fullmetal Alchemist series in certain spots, but our picks are strictly Brotherhood-based. Also, we're heading into spoiler territory, so here's your heads up, and shame on you if you haven't seen this series yet. It only came out 9 years ago. I'm Todd Haberkorn, and this show is very special to me as it represents the first time I cosplayed at a convention as Ling. Ah, the memories.
It's nice to meet you.
My name's Ling Yao. It's a pleasure.
Let's get ready to mojo!
Hold on, brother! Stop!
Number 10, the death of Maes Hughes.
It's time for bye-bye. Daddy's gotta go to work now.
Daddy, come home early today, okay?
The eternal optimist and best friend of Roy Mustang, Maes Hughes has always been a favorite character amongst Fullmetal Alchemist fans. This makes his demise all the more heartbreaking. Upon discovering a vital clue to a sinister plot, Hughes finds himself under attack by the homunculi.
Will you hurry? It's an emergency!
Though he puts up a valiant fight, Hughes' luck runs out as he's killed by envy.
What the hell are you?
We will admit, as tragic as this is, the death of Hughes had a bit more of an impact in the original Fullmetal Alchemist anime, hence why it isn't higher on the list. Still, Hughes was the man, and losing him was a huge blow to our hearts.
I don't like it. Daddy said he had lots of work to do, and if they bury him, he can't do it when he wakes up.
Number 9. Greed takes over Ling. Yes!
I want to achieve immortality.
How far would you go to achieve your desires? That's always been one of Fullmetal Alchemist's key themes, and Ling is one character willing to go the distance.
You may prove to be rather useful to me after all.
When faced with the opportunity to get his hands on a Philosopher's Stone from Father, Ling accepts without hesitation.
We'll see if your body is as willing as your mind.
No doubt!
This means letting the spirit of the recently departed homunculus, Greed, take control of his body. Even Greed was caught off guard by such willingness. And who would have thought this intense moment would go on to give us one of the best friendships of the entire series?
You're wrong, Greed! They'll always be a part of you! Friends are a part of your soul!
Number 8, Envy's death.
You finally hunted down your culprit.
Envy pretty much deserved everything coming its way. Envy killed Hughes, aided the villainous father, and called Ed short.
I think I'll begin by burning out your tongue!
So it's a little surprising that this death is actually kind of upsetting. Its jealousy towards humanity has driven it to such a state.
Now I see. You're jealous. You're jealous of humans, aren't you?
Incapable of accepting defeat or the fact that its enemies understand its motivation, Envy reacts in a way we don't expect, crying and tearing out its own Philosopher's Stone. This was the last character anyone expected to weep for. You know, with Envy being an asshole and all. Yeah. Number 7. Fuhrer Bradley enters the battle. Based on past episodes, we knew Bradley was as vicious a warrior as well as a stern leader. When the military thinks they've got the upper hand on their rebellion, the Fuhrer suddenly reappears after his supposed death and boldly announces his return to power. Nothing can stop this guy once he starts moving forward. Soldiers with guns? Nah, he's way too fast to be shot or halted. He even takes on a goddamn tank and cuts through it like it was nothing.
He's getting the pump from his biceps, destroying the tank.
all of which culminates into him going one-on-one with Scar in one of the most brutal fights in the series.
Have you abandoned your god?
Number 6, Alphonse uses the Philosopher's Stone.
There you are. Very well done, Alphonse Elric.
Edward's not the only Elric who can layeth the smack down. Do you smell what the Elric is cooking? Alphonse finds himself in hot water when faced against a tag team of Pride and Kimblee. That is, until he unleashes a Philosopher's Stone he had just recovered. What unfolds next is one of the best action scenes in the series by far. Al's had his moments before, but we've never seen him dish out punishment like this. Able to go toe-to-toe with both enemies, and even get the one-up on Pride, this fight is a brief one, but a true tour de force for the younger Elric brother.
It isn't right. I have to choose between returning to our original bodies and saving everyone.
Number 5, Shou Tucker uses alchemy on his daughter.
You okay, Ed?
Leave it to a show like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood to pull the rug out from under such a peaceful setup. Ed and Al have found a good place with Shou Tucker and his cute daughter Nina.
I'm fairly widely regarded as an authority on chimeras, but the truth is, it hasn't actually been going that well lately.
Then we learn Tucker was so desperate to keep his alchemic license, he merges his daughter with her pet dog.
Big Brother Ed.
It's even more tough to watch when Edward learns there's no way to reverse this process. Talk about a gut punch of a twist. It's a hard truth to swallow, and matches up with the dramatic impact of the original series. You're tearing me apart, Fullmetal! Oh, hi, Ed. Number 4, Hohenheim's death.
You don't know a damn thing! You make me sick to my stomach.
If anyone's deserving of a happy ending, it's the Elric father, Hohenheim. Having been around for a long time, Hohenheim's been at the center of the show's darkest secrets, including the unintentional genocide of Xerxes. This man spends most of his life trying to atone for his sins and make peace with his son Edward.
Just give me this chance to act like a father for once in my life.
Hohenheim's hard work pays off when he sees his eternal nemesis, the dwarf in a flask. That's the brother of Elf on a Shelf, defeated by his sons. His long journey finally over, Hohenheim passes away happy in front of the grave of his wife, Trisha.
Well, at least you died with a smile on your face, my friend.
Number 3, the final battle, capital B. It all comes down to one last showdown against Father, now with a body and the power of God on his side. The final battle of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood pulls out all the stops as war erupts in Central Command between the Elrics and the homunculized dear old dad. There are all sorts of explosions, deaths, and Ed even gets his arm back thanks to Al's sacrifice of brotherly love. Fists fly and tears fall. What more is there to say? This final battle rocked. Number 2, Ed sees Alphonse's body. After enduring so much hardship, we're left to wonder if Ed and Al would ever realize their dream of getting their bodies back.
Give him back! He's my brother! Take my leg! Take my arm!
The series finally took a step in this direction when Ed tries to use a Philosopher's Stone to escape Gluttony's belly. Not only is he back at the gate of truth once again, but who does he see on the other side of it? Al's body. Seeing his brother there is just the motivation Ed needs to keep on moving, and his declaration gave us goosebumps.
I promise! Someday soon, I'm coming back for you! Just you wait! Wait for me!
Before we reveal our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
The main ingredient for a Philosopher's Stone is human life.
That man! He said he's the one who killed my mom and dad! And he tried to kill you and Al too, Ed! But I couldn't. Why not?
Number 1. The Death of Lust.
Tell me, do you know who Maes Hughes is?
Oh, yes, he was quite the intelligent man, wouldn't you agree? I only wish I'd had the opportunity to pick his brain.
After a number of battles throughout the series, it seemed almost impossible to kill the homunculi. And as much as it pains people to see the sexy Lust meet her end, it happens in such grand fashion at the hands of Roy Mustang, no less.
Well spoken. I couldn't agree more.
Wielding an alchemic circle dug into his own hand and a lighter, the flame alchemist brings an inferno so great it eventually wears out Lust's regenerative capabilities.
You should have bled to death by now!
I seared the wound closed.
Mustang pours on the heat, blast after blast, backed by amazing animation and an epic musical score.
So let's see, how many times is it gonna take?
It's such a momentous defeat, you can't help but be impressed and fired up.
You killed me.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.